Hi guys. I would like to convey my deepest condolences to Ayatollah Khomeini and families for the for the assassinations done by the United States government. I would like to emphasize that this strike to assassinate Ayatollah Khomeini didn't come from my trust, didn't come from me, okay? The situation right now is Donald Trump actually has been uh, ordered by the Supreme Court to resign, but he refused to resign, and with the backing of the military, perhaps. So he was desperate to do whatever he has planned years ago, okay, to do this, I believe. After the Epstein's files was exposed, we exposed what is the corruptions looks like in the highest echelon of power in the US elites community, okay, including world elites community. What kinds of corruptions and transgressions that they have been committing, okay. I have ordered my legal team to issue them the demand to cease from practicing those satanic sacrifice ritual, okay, killing babies, eating babies, killing children, eating children, torturing humans, okay, sacrificing humans in order to gain power, in order to gain wealth, fortune, and fame. All of that has to be stopped, has to be ceased from practices. You have to enact a law where they are not allowed to do that, okay, in every country. Doesn't matter it's in Europe or it's in US or it's even is in Middle East, okay, or in Southeast Asia or Asia. That kinds of practices should not be condoned, should not be allowed anymore. It should be categorized as prohibited ritual for any sort of killing, okay, in as an offering to the deities that they are worshipping, okay. We do know we have freedom to practice religions. Those kind of practices are also a form of religion, but it's just that it doesn't bode, bode well with our kinder world's agenda. So on the part of the assassination of Ayatollah Khomeini and his family members, children also were killed in the process. This has legal implication in, I believe, in the international law. What Trump has done, it's illegal. He doesn't have the legal standing to do that, even though he still uh, refused to resign. He refused to step out of White House, even though we have already issued the Supreme Court order for him to resign. Okay, that is the situation actually is happening in the US administration. Mm, the the strike on Ayatollah Khomeini is illegal, it's illegal. The rest of the thing, I think you guys are law practitioners, you are lawmakers, you know better than me what is actually allowed in international law when it comes to the head of states, whether you can just assassinate people just like that. Is it allowed? Is it permitted by the law, international law? So just on that part, the rest of the things is between the military and the foreign ministers. They have to sort it out. I mean, of course, they would feel it's needed to retaliate, but I would strongly suggest Iran do not go ahead with that kind of retaliation, although it feels infuriating. How can they just, assassinate a, a leader of a country? Um, when I send you guys the letter, right, I said when you talk to Iran, tell them don't always chant like death to America, death to Israel, death to whichever country, that kind of things. This is advice, is an advice, but as you know, Donald Trump's like to twisting, okay? He's a Satanist, okay? He's not a Christian. He is a Satanist. Donald Trump is a Satanist, okay? So he like to twisting around. So when I send the letter, I tell them you guys should negotiate properly with Iran so that there won't be severe consequences that will cost the people lives or livelihoods. So he used it and twist it around to attack, just like what happened when when Hamas attacked Israel, attacked Jews, and then I tell them that you have to retaliate because they have done the wrong. They are the first to wrong the people of innocent people, Jews, in your country. You have the right to retaliate. But when they retaliate, they obliterated the entire place. Okay, so they use my words to distort my intention. Okay, so my intention wasn't to harm any civilians in the conflicts that is because of the invasion done by the aggressor first. Okay, so just like this situation, okay, my advice is we should go for investment and negotiation with Iran, and advise them not to be aggressive, not to be fanatical when they are preaching their doctrines. Like don't chant that kind of chanting. It confuse and misguided the investor or the foreign countries when they are looking at Iran. They will think of your country as a very bad country because you are cursing the chant of death of another country, okay, while you are preaching something religious. So I think that is something you should look into, even though you want to practice your love for God, your love for your God, okay, but you shouldn't use, even if you know they are not fully Christian, the country United States is not a fully Christian country. They have the rights of freedom of religion. They can practice whatever kind of religions they want, and there are a lot of satanic practices that are actually allowed in the United States. So that is a form of freedom that the United States of America allowed its citizens to have. So as long as they are not going over the board or against the law, then they are not considered illegal. So that's why I say your satanic practices, let's say you do actually sacrifice babies and kill people because you think of it as an offering, you have to stop that, and then you have to come up with a law that actually prohibit them from doing that. Yeah, if they are found secretly doing that, you can actually prosecute them for killing babies, eating babies, killing children and eating children, and torturing human beings. Okay, there must be a stop to this. This is insane, okay? Insanity. Donald Trump is an insane person, okay? You guys might understand that. He's a bit cuckoo. Otherwise, he wouldn't do the things that he do, okay? And there are Christian actually believe him when he's actually a Satanist, okay? That is what's so bizarre about it, okay? Please look into it. Please look into what I'm telling you guys. Okay, it's good. It will have dire consequences if you guys don't talk things out with Iran. Okay, thanks.